Right, we've created our project manager job, and when I have a look in my position folder, I can actually see it sitting right here. I'm going to click on that, and that will take me to the job screen. Let's make sure we're familiar with this part. So here's an overview of our job. These are the landing strips for the job that describe the job behaviorally. Here's A, here's B, here's C, here's D. On the second tab at the top here, we've got the job report. If you haven't clicked on the job report, I would suggest you do one so that you can see what it turns out like. And it's telling me that the project manager, the job that we've designed, is best suited for someone who's kind of an analyzer profile, a controller, or a strategist. And it'll tell me some of the strongest behaviors that we could expect with this type of job. But the purpose of this exercise is so that we can see how to add another stakeholder to this job. So we perhaps want someone else to contribute to the job and profile it for us to see if they agree and we've got some kind of consensus around this job. So I'm in the overview screen, as you can see. We've got the job over this side, the behavioural pattern for the job, and we've got the cognitive score for the job. We're going to click on Modify Target. So let me do that for us right now. And what we'll see here now is that I can see both of these. And at the bottom, I've got something called Manage Stakeholder Input. If I click on Manage Stakeholder Input, you'll see here's the actual stakeholder. This is Dawn Russell, has profiled this job. If I hover over my own name, you can see my ABCD, not my own, but the way I've profiled the job using the assessment. And you'll see right underneath it, Add More Contributors. If I choose Add More Contributors, this screen is familiar, yes? This is where we can either pick a role model again, or we can send the job assessment to someone. So I'm just going to back up and go back to here because there's something else I want to show you on this screen. So the first thing is, let's imagine that our letter D was actually too far to the right now that we've had a good think about it. Where you see these little handles, you can see I can actually stretch where the job is. And so the more I stretch it, obviously the wider the landing strip, which means that more people will fall into it. And if this job was, say, way over here, I would probably be thinking, you know what, that's very extreme. There's going to be very few people that actually fall into that category. So what I might do, I'm going to keep the pattern the same, but I'm going to drag this back to about here, let's say. And you can do that with any of these lozenges. You can move them around. That's how you modify the profile of the job. You'll also see that as we go down, here's my cognitive score. If I think that I've actually scored this a bit too high in the modified target window, I can move this to where I think it should fit. So let's say I move it to 280. Again, here's our more contributors, so we can send it there. And at the bottom, we've got accept target and we've got cancel. So I'm going to accept target in this instance. And that shows us how we can modify this as well as send some extra stakeholders the assessment link so that they can complete.